on TV all the time. No one has the answers.
I'm Ayana Chris will tell you how the service industry is being impacted.
I'm getting confirmation that several healthcare providers have been exposed to the coronavirus in Atlanta hospitals. I'll tell you how those hospitals are responding coming up.
But we begin with breaking news at 6 o'clock. Cobb County will be testing for the coronavirus tomorrow in Jim Miller Park. This is according to Cobb County Police. The testing is limited to individuals already identified by medical professionals only. Part of the park will be closed to the public during testing. More details on that testing as soon as it's available. The coronavirus, it continues its slow expansion across the United States. Good evening. I'm Sean Gables.
And I'm Tracy Hutchins. Thanks for staying with us at 6. Newly released numbers reveal more than 5,700 Americans are now infected by the deadly virus.
Doctors working with Johns Hopkins University are tracking the virus's spread. The majority of U.S. cases originate from 3 states, New York, California, and Washington State. Right now, CNN is reporting the virus is responsible for 100 deaths. Georgia has 146 confirmed cases and only 1 death. The county with the most cases is Fulton, Cobb, DeKalb, Bartow, Gwinnett, and Cherokee counties round out the top 5.
Well, Georgia's Governor Brian Kemp gave an update on the state's effort to fight the spread of coronavirus. Here's the main takeaways from his briefing today. Governor Kemp is issuing an executive order for up to 2,000 National Guard members to help during the pandemic. He says this will allow the state to have extra resources on hand to use as needed. He also indicated an increase in coronavirus testing. He says by the end of this week, we are on track to double our testing capacity, reaching up to 200 tests a day. We are also keeping an update on the isolation facilities at Hard Labor Creek State Park in Morgan County. The governor says it has trailers and a new patient is now staying there. The second isolation campsite will have 20 trailers. He says that location at the Georgia Law Training Center in Monroe County will be up and running by the end of the week.
The coronavirus is forcing almost all Americans to stay home. Some are able to still work, but others are quickly losing money. Today, after the daily briefing with his coronavirus task force, President Trump unveiled a plan to keep financially afloat for as long as possible.
I think we're going to do something that gets money to them as quickly as possible. That may not be an accurate way of doing it because obviously some people shouldn't be getting checks for $1,000. And we'll have a pretty good idea by the end of the day what we're going to be doing.
President George W. Bush presented a similar idea back in 2008. Most taxpayers received checks worth at least $300. Wall Street rebounding today after one of its worst days ever. Monday, the Dow Jones Industrial finished the trading down almost 3,000 points. Today, the Dow was up by more than 1,000. The S&P 500, along with the NASDAQ, also finished the day in the green. Businesses across the country are struggling despite those good numbers on Wall Street and promises of free money from the White House. Nordstrom is officially closing all of its stores in an effort to slow the spread of the coronavirus. The closure will last for 2 weeks. It also impacts its Nordstrom Rack stores. Employees will continue to get a paycheck as well as their benefits. Smaller Metro Atlanta-based businesses are also adjusting their hours and staff sizes. CBS 46's Ayana Crystal live in Cobb County with how businesses are being impacted. Good evening, Ayana.
Good evening, Sean. Already, the coronavirus outbreak is costing businesses thousands of dollars. This restaurant here in Vinings would typically be packed with their dinner crowd, but as you can see, it is empty because right now they are only offering takeout. Meanwhile, other businesses are forced to shut down, leaving people unemployed.
We were completely shocked.
Laura Reed was a server at Punch Bowl Social in the Battery until last night. They abruptly closed their doors, laying off 173 employees and closing their 20 locations.
What do you do? It's like, I'm at a loss. I really don't know what to do at this point. I'm looking at other companies, other types of jobs, and I'm about to file unemployment.
Causing added stress during a time where she needs to be strong for her mother who is in hospice.
And caring for her is my #1 priority. And that's kind of why I'm in the serving industry. They do give us flexibility.
Trying to contain the coronavirus, several states have closed restaurants and bars. It's not mandated here, but people aren't going out.
Business is way down. I mean, pretty much down to zero.
Paces and Vine has had to close their doors, only offering takeout or delivery service.
We're taking it day by day, and every day is a new chess game with new data to look at and try to make the best decisions for ourselves and our people.
The general manager says they are trying to avoid shutting down and laying people off, but the outbreak is costing them big time.
It's thousands of dollars a day, for sure. I mean, you're talking tens of thousands a week. I mean, it's pretty dramatic.
Right now, the service industry is hoping assistance is on the way.
We're all kind of at a standstill and hoping for some help from the government and scraping by to do what we can.
All of a sudden, we're left out to dry, and it's incredibly sad. And you know, I've been part of this business all my life, and it's just to the point where nobody's really taking care of us.
Right now, the fear is the unknown. How long will this last, and will businesses be able to bounce back? People are praying for relief and hoping the government will step in. That's the latest in Cobb County. Ayanna Crystal, CBS 46 News.
Yeah, this is so hard on so many. Ayanna, thank you. A popular business and food hall on the Atlanta Beltline is also shutting down. Pond City Market will temporarily close all its doors tonight at 9. The Varsity near the campus of Georgia Tech, they're also changing how they do business. You won't hear anyone shouting, "What'll you have?" as you ponder your order. Dine-in services are suspended. For now, the iconic restaurant is drive-through only.
Current and future healthcare workers on the front lines fighting the